Hi friends, I hope your day is going well. Today we're going to make a quick, delicious dessert that's a retro dessert, and it's one that I had as a child, and I bet you might have had it too. So stay tuned and we will make it and then we'll taste it. Okay, we're back, and my name is BJ, and I'm the reluctant retiree. The first thing we're going to do right now is to go through the ingredients for this recipe that we're making, and oh, I forgot to tell you, it's the Woolworth's no-bake cheesecake, and it was their signature dessert for as long as they had their lunch counters in their 5 and dime stores, and so it has lived and lived and lived, and it's still with us. I think the last Woolworths closed maybe in the 60s or 70s. I'm not even sure. But they had quite a run in the economy here in the United States. So I'm going to go through the ingredients just quickly. You're going to need some pan to spray your 9 by 13 pan. My pan is 9 by 11, but I think it's going to be okay. We have a 3-ounce box of lemon jello, an 8-ounce package of cream cheese. We need 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, a stick of butter that I've already melted. We need 2 teaspoons of vanilla flavoring. So you can see that. 2 cups of sugar I've already measured out. I've measured out the graham crackers, and I have my my mixer, my beaters, and my bowls chilling in the refrigerator, along with a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. All of that needs to be chilled before you even start the recipe. But as I said, I'll post the recipe below, so that's just a hint to remember that you do have to get that all chilled if you want the best results. And the recipe that I'm using, it said, in parentheses in bold print, do not skip this step. So that's the chilling part. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring you down, let you watch me spray my pan. We're gonna make up the filling. And let's see, first thing we're gonna do is spray this pan and get it so we don't want it to stick. Okay, let's set that aside. Now I've got my graham crackers measured out. I'm gonna pour in my margarine, no, my butter. I always keep saying that. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I do that. So anyway, you're gonna mix that up pretty good. You know, the Woolworths were brothers. I think it was Frank. I read a little bit of history about it. Frank was this beginner at 1879. I think he started the first Woolworths. Then he got his brother Charles in, or vice versa. I'm not really sure which came first there. But anyway, they had several failures of the Woolworth dime store before they ever made it successfully. But once they got the formula right, they certainly served a purpose in our society, especially during the Depression, where you could get, I think most of their items were like 5 and 10 cents. Okay, I've got that mixed up pretty good. It's probably about as good as we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna pour it in here. And this is a no bake, believe it or not. So, gonna bring it and spread it out. And those of you that do any cooking know this step pretty good. One thing that makes this so good is that we don't bake this graham cracker. It actually stays just like this. And I think I told you, you need to save a fourth of a cup of the crumbs to decorate the top. So press it down really good. You can see that. Get it down. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't know that it's even all the way. I think it's good enough. That looks good. Okay. The next step we're going to do is I'm going to bring out my mixer, and I'm going to cream the cream cheese, and I'm going to boil the water for the jello. So I'm going to cut out on you for just a few minutes while I get that going, and then we'll be right back and we'll get started with the next step. Okay, I decided before I would do my cream cheese, I would go ahead and do my jello mixture. But one thing I wanted to tell you I forgot to do is add a tablespoon of sugar to our cream cheese, to our graham cracker. I think I got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. So what I did, I just went in there and sprinkled that sugar in there. So if you're like me and you're forgetful, you can do that, and I'm sure it's gonna work out okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start this jello mixture first because it's gotta chill. So I've got my water boiling. It calls for a half a cup of boiling water. So let me get you down where you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, let's get our jello in here before our water gets too cool. Pour in our jello. We need to whisk that. Get all that jello really dissolved well in there before we add a half a cup of cold water. I know there's a lot of steps to this, but they're short steps, and it's really worth it. So you'll be glad. Invite your neighbors over. When you get it made, call and say, hey, come over. I've got a real special retro dessert for you. I was reading on the internet, though, there was a girl that said that she did that. It's looking really good. And she said, oh, it was so good. She said, I'm so sorry I invited everybody. I could have kept it all for myself. But that was the first time she made it. Okay, so I'm gonna add a half a cup of cold water. That's my dog playing back there. He thinks he's a chef. He's playing with the ball. I'm sorry, I know it's distracting, but it's so hot. I can't put him outside for very long today. And that is looking really good. Lemon is always so good in the summertime, isn't it? You got a favorite lemon dessert? Let me know what it is. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. I'm gonna slip this in the refrigerator right quick, and then I'm gonna start the cream cheese with the mixer. And because it's so loud, I will be back as soon as we get that whipped up. Okay, friends, I brought you back on the other side of the kitchen. I've got all this mixed up, and it has 3 steps to it. Well, really 2 steps for the mixing. But anyway, I chilled my jello, so you don't want it to set. But as soon as we made the jello, I slipped it in the refrigerator just to get it cool. So I whipped up the evaporated milk, and you can see there that we have soft peaks. I'm going to give it one more whip. You got soft peaks forming, just like that. That's what you want. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add our jello to this mixture. And I almost left it in there too long. Better get some water in here before it ruins my bowl. Okay, we mix this up together. And then we add our cream cheese mixture. This is the 8 ounces of cream cheese and 2 cups of sugar that we mix together. Get all of that out of there. Don't want to waste it. Okay, let's give this a good mix. And something tells me my pan is going to be too soft. Not sure about that, but I'm thinking that this, I forgot how this explodes. You can see. Okay, let me grab the, gonna grab the graham cracker crust. Bring it over here to where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, cross your fingers. Let's see if we can get all this in here. Look at that. Oh, that is so good. And we're gonna run over. But, let's see. Smooth it out good. I'm gonna have some left. Maybe I can scoot just a little bit more in there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is a bowl of dessert, isn't it? I'm not going to press my luck too much more on that. Let me grab the graham cracker crumbs. And if it's so delicious, we might as well make it beautiful, right? Okay, let's sprinkle some of these graham cracker crumbs on top. Really makes it nice and attractive. And what a pretty presentation. No, Raj, move. Raj, no. He wants some. You can't have any. Not yet. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, the next step is not to eat. The next step is we're gonna put it in the refrigerator, and it says let it sit overnight. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon, so I'm gonna have to go to the doctor. So I'm gonna slip it in the refrigerator this morning. I'll come back this afternoon. If it looks like it's ready to cut, then I'll get you back on and we'll cut it and see how it tastes. If not, we'll see you first thing in the morning. Okay, so have a good afternoon. I'll see you later. Okay, friends, we're back and it's the next day. I got home yesterday late from the doctor appointment. So I checked our cheesecake and it was ready to cut, but I decided to wait and let it sit overnight and bring it out this morning, and here it is. So we're going to give a cut to this beautiful dessert. and we're going to see how it tastes. Let me bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. Now this is usually the worst part. Is trying to see if we can cut it and get that first piece out. I already tried a little bit right here. Press it kind of hard. Raj is walking around whining. He saw me get it out. He's going, oh boy, it's time. The first piece, as y'all know, is always the hardest. Let me get something to get this off. Might spray a little Pam on it. Sometimes that keeps everything from sticking. Okay, let's give her another try. Okay, here we go. Okay, not quite. So maybe I might should let it cool just to, warm up just a little bit. To get these crumbs would have come in a little better. But anyway, what is it they say? The ugliest cakes are the best cakes. You heard that? My mother used to say that. Okay, here we have it. As you can see, can you see that? This is our little mess over here. The next piece, I'm gonna let it sit out a little longer. The next piece is gonna come out much better as soon as it warms up a little bit. It's just like air. Right there. It is so light. That is so good. That is so good. It's like eating lemon air. You gotta try it. Remember, let it sit out. Don't do what I did. Take it right out of the refrigerator and let it, and try to cut it. Bring it out, let it sit 10 or 15 minutes, and let that graham cracker crust kind of warm up. Oh. So good. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. Okay, friends, I'm so glad you joined me for this little episode of Retro Dessert. Back to the Woolworth days when some of us used to love to go to the 5 and Dime and shop and scoot up to the lunch counter and have a blue plate special or no-bake lemon cheesecake. Anyway, friends, thanks for joining me today. Be sure to like this video if you like it. Subscribe if you'd like to be part of our new community. And we look forward to having you back with us next weekend. And hopefully we'll come back with something that is delectable, delicious, or who knows? I don't know. We'll see what the week brings us. Okay, I hope y'all have a great week. Thank you so much for joining the Reluctant Retiree. Tell your friends, share the video, comment below if you've enjoyed it, or tell us something maybe about a recipe that you might use that maybe your mom made or brings you memories back from your childhood. So remember, our motto here is do all you can, for all you can, for as long as you can. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week.